Today I want to talk about my injuries throughout my life. Some injuries are bad accidents, while others are kind of funny. Tell me about your injuries in the comments, like if you've broken a bone or accidentally got hurt in some way or another. Alright, let's begin. The first one I actually don't remember happening, but I do have a permanent scar from it. My dad told me that he was driving on a moped with me either on our way to daycare or on our way home. I did have a helmet on, but as soon as we arrived, he put me down, took off my helmet, and then a few seconds later, I fell down face first on a rock. My dad felt so bad, I cried so much that day, and now I have a little scar here. The next one is kind of funny. Still young enough to be in daycare, I was out with my caretaker at a local swimming pool. After we had been swimming, we were in the changing rooms and I thought we had to hurry. Let me just tell you, I had not learned the rule of not running in places like this. I fell down and broke my arm. I had to wear a cast around my arm for a long time. I even remember having to shower with a plastic bag over my arm to not get it wet. And it was even my right arm, and I'm right-handed. But now it's better. The next injury memory I have is many years afterwards, although I might have had other injuries since then, I just don't remember. I was in a big water park with my brother, and after playing around with some water, we were about to walk over to a water slide, but as I tried to walk past the pillar, the foot of the pillar were much larger than the pillar itself. At first I thought it just hurt quite a bit, until I looked down at my foot. I'm not gonna draw it, but my nail was coming off and I started bleeding. We quickly looked for a lifeguard to help me, and she gave me a waterproof bandage so I could still swim and try some more water slides. The next story is from around 3 years ago, when I was in a school where my class specialized in movie making. I had just started in the class. I hadn't even been in that class for a week before I got injured. We were outside on a pathway with huge rocks decorating the sides of the pathway. We had to film the actors running from the front, so the cameraman had to run backwards. We knew this would be dangerous, so as the new one who didn't know how to hold a camera or a microphone yet, they simply asked me to watch the cameraman, so I had to run backwards with him. I was running beside him when we were filming, and then I fell over one of those huge rocks. Not only did it hurt my back where I hit the rock, but the way I landed with my arm actually hurt more. I went home early that day. The next story also happened at the same school. This was nearing the end of the school year. We were outside filming again. This time we were making a movie on a dirt field and had to make fake explosions in the background of our shot. We came up with the idea of grabbing shovels and throw dirt in the view of the shot in the background, but since the cameraman was slowly walking backwards while filming, we as the dirt throwers had to run away right after throwing to not be in the shot. This dirt field was quite bumpy, so as I tried to run away, my foot got twisted. I literally couldn't walk afterwards. It took a few weeks before my foot was okay again. The final story happened this year. During my summer vacation, I went to a water park with my mom and brother. Technically not the same one as before, but it's the same company. We had spent a few days there, and then on our last day, me and my brother wanted to swim around and try the water slides one last time before going home. We literally had everything packed in the car. My mom was just waiting in the car while we spent a few hours in the water park. Nearing the end, we agreed to try one last slide, relax in the bubble bath, and then go out and go home. This slide in particular is known for being a bit more chaotic. You can just hop in whenever you want, and it even has a few sharp turns, so expect a few bumps on the ride. Me and my brother were quite close to each other, which we kinda did on purpose, but right as he decided to push me away and have more space between us, I didn't have time to react to protect myself. As soon as it happened, I was shocked, but my priority was just to make it to the end without getting myself hurt even further and as fast as possible. As soon as I got down and found my brother, I barely even had to say anything. My bump on my head had already gotten worryingly big. We immediately looked for a lifeguard, and she brought us into a safe room and gave me some juice while she filled out a report and asked me questions. In case you didn't know, she gave me juice to see if I could hold it down. If I threw it up or passed out, then I could have had a concussion, but luckily I didn't. I was totally fine. I just had the biggest and ugliest bump on my head. I was lucky that the bump wasn't noticeable anymore when I started in my new current school. Weirdly enough, this wasn't the first time I've bumped my head. Years ago, while I was sleeping, I bumped my head into my nightstand and woke up from it. Those are all the injuries that I could remember from my life. Let me hear your stories in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!